Hey guys, this is Big Boy JC on Motivated Fitness, and it's been a while since I brought a video to you guys, but I have a video I want to make, and I'm real excited about it. So I'm gonna do it tonight for you guys. First thing I want to talk to you guys about is the word time, and I want you to think for a minute about what time means to you. We all have the same minutes, the same seconds, the same hours in a day as each and every other person on this planet has, but depending on where you are in your journey as far as your age goes, some of us have more time and some of us have less time. You know, it just depends on your age and your life circumstances. So if you look at time in that respect, if there's something you've been wanting to do, like as far as losing weight or getting in shape, it doesn't do you any favors to wait and keep pushing that date back, because the longer you do, the more time you run out of, and the shorter amount of time you have left on this earth here. And why not enjoy the rest of your time? So think about that for a minute. Think about where you are in your current lifestyle and weight right now. Are you happy with where you're at? If you're looking at weight loss videos and you come across this video, then you're probably like I was, and you're not happy with the way you are right now, and you want to drop those pounds. And I did the same boat. I procrastinated for a long time before I actually really got to it. I knew what I was doing to myself, and with my athletic background and competitive powerlifting, early on in my days, it really was no excuse for the position I put myself in by gaining that weight and getting up to that 479 pounds. So think about the days that you have left, and if you're a younger person, you may have a lot more days than an older person, but it all depends on your lifestyle and how you choose to live out the rest of those days. If you're, morbidly obese and you're carrying a lot of weight, you're going to have a shorter time, unless you take control of it now. So, quit waiting. Basically what I'm telling you is to think about time and what it means to you, because we don't have forever. We don't have infinity amount of time. We only have what time is given to us, and how we take care of it. It's like somebody giving you $1 million. If you choose to spend it wisely, it could last you for a long time. But if you choose to go out and spend it real fast, you could run out and be done with it. And that's the way life is. That's the way our lives are. They're measured by time. They're measured by days and hours and minutes. And the better of a life that we live, in most cases, the longer amount of time we're going to have to live. So if you're out there eating terrible foods and drinking and smoking and doing drugs and doing things to harm your body, you're not going to have that much time left on this earth to share with your family, be with your friends, and do the fun things that you might like, your hobbies or whatever that you do in your spare time that makes life worth living. So think about that for a minute. I want you guys to really think about time and what you're doing with your time. And I don't want to be like a hypocrite or anything, but I really have been thinking about it. I'm getting closer to the age of 50, and so you really start contemplating a lot of that kind of stuff, and you think about it, and it's true. We all have a set amount of time every day to use and get the things we need done. How are you using your time? Are you using it effectively to better yourself every day, each and every day? Like I said, you don't have to do it fast, but as long as you're taking another step in the right direction every day, you're going to be able to get there. I promise you. Keep your head up and keep putting one foot in front of the other, and keep doing the good things that are going to get you to where you want to be as far as your health and your weight goes. So, think about that. Think about that, the word time, okay? The thing that I want to do a video about today is, here a while back, I did a video, carnivore, about the carnivore diet challenge. I was going to do it with Thomas DeLauer when he did his 2 weeks of it, and I tried it for a couple of days. I didn't like it. It made my stomach feel like I had a big rock sitting in it, like I was gonna, maybe get constipated. And so I stopped it. And, then I said I wasn't gonna do it. I started doing more research on it, started looking into a couple things, talking to a couple of my friends in the bodybuilding, weightlifting industry, and people that I knew for a long time, as far as diets and weight loss goes. And I had somebody mention to me about this supplement that you take whenever you're doing a carnivore diet, that you should probably take it and it should probably help you. And it really intrigued me on what they were saying, and I knew about this from a long time ago. It's kind of crazy that I didn't come across it, but I'm glad I did, and I'm going to keep it in my arsenal. And that's what I wanted to talk to you guys today about. Is the second word of today is tools. Okay, let's say whenever a contractor is going to build a house, he can't just know how to lay the foundation down. Laying the foundation down is one process of that, whole complete process of building that house and finishing it. So if he only knows how to lay concrete and lay the foundation, what's going to happen to the rest of the house? It's not going to get very far. So when you have a business like that, if you're going to build a house from the ground up and complete it, you got to have different tools, and you got to have different trades in your bag, different skills and what have you, to get that job done. So it's the same thing whenever you're on a big weight loss journey. You can't just do one type of thing and get to it and expect to get to the end result that you want. And what I mean by that is, like, when I first started, I started, if you go back and look at some of my videos, I got the 5 steps to weight loss, telling you how to get ready to lose weight so you don't fail and you get to the end of it. I got all those steps there. But one, I set my start date. I got it right. I knew when I was going to start it on January 1st of this year, so I was ready to go a few weeks ahead of time. I got to my start date, and on my start date, I started cutting out little things, little things that were going to improve my health. I didn't really dive head in first into a big major type of weight loss diet or meal plan. I just started doing the little healthy things that I knew I needed to do anyways, and to start weaning myself off of those things, like sodas or, hamburgers and French fries. I started cutting things out like that and started getting my mind and my whole body ready for what was going to come next, because I knew it wasn't going to stay like that forever, and I wasn't going to be able to keep eating those same type of foods. That I was going to have to change. I was going to have to keep reaching into my tool bag and pulling out different tools along the way once I got to different levels of building my body, which is my house, okay? So I started doing that, and then I knew that I was going to do a low carb diet. I knew I was going to do a keto diet. I did really well on low carbs before. I think I'm one of those people that's carb sensitive or whatever. They just don't work really well for me, and I do really well without carbs. So I knew I was going to go that direction. So I went to the keto, and then I started doing a kind of a altered keto meal plan. I was almost keto all the way, but I still had a couple of things in there, and I knew that I was going to have to cut those out sooner or later. But like I told you guys before, I don't want to jump head in on anything. I want to take it and do it slowly, because I want to keep the weight off once I get to my goal weight, and I don't want it to come back, and I don't want to double up and be bigger than I was before. I can't let that happen, because there's no way that I'd be able to live very long, if I did let that happen. So that's going to be my next video, is I'm going to tell you all the changes that I've made in my health and my body since I've dropped all this weight. That's going to be the next video. I'm going to do a video on that tomorrow. So if you're tuning in right now, make sure that you are subscribed and you got that notification bell smashed, and make sure that you give me a comment on this video that you're waiting for that video, and I'll put it out tomorrow. But anyway, so once I got into keto, then I started, like I said, I was doing an altered keto diet, you know, where I still had a couple things I knew I needed to take out. Once I did that and got into a pretty strict keto mode, which is probably about 3 or 4 weeks maybe into that my weight loss transformation, I was already dropping weight. I was already dropping weight from doing the good things that I knew was going to put me in the right direction. Once that started, you know, I wanted to speed it up a little bit more, so I incorporated intermittent fasting in with my keto diet. That worked really well. And as you guys know, on the first 2 months of my weight loss journey, I lost 65 pounds in the first 2 months, so I dropped a lot of weight. The second month, I dropped, what, 10 or 11, 13 pounds, something like that. I can't even remember. It's been a little while ago. And then the next month, I didn't lose as much. And this last weigh-in that I did, I only lost a few pounds, but I started working out again. So anyway, you know, it's an ever-evolving thing when you're doing a weight loss program, or you have your own journey that you want to go on. You can't stay on the same road and get to the same place, you know, by sticking there. You got to always change up roads and change directions. And what I mean by that is you always got to reach in and grab another tool and use it. So I was kind of stagnant, you know. I was still dropping, but I wasn't dropping as fast. And as I told you guys before, when I tried to do the carnivore diet, my stomach, it felt like I had the rock in it. I talked to some friends about doing the carnivore diet, and they told me to start taking this supplement right here. You can get it at Walmart. If you go to Walmart and buy this, I don't make a dime off of it, so I'm not pushing anything on you guys. You can go get it. It's like $7, but it's by Spring Valley, and it's called Probiotic Multi-Enzyme. And what a multi-enzyme does is it have different things in there. It has like ox bile in there. It has bromelain, which bromelain is a supplement that helps you break down proteins in your stomach, so you know you can use them as you need to, you know, for muscle building or whatever the body needs protein for. It helps break it down and digest it in the right way, so it just doesn't sit in your stomach and you get no use of it, and then you secrete it as waste. So what a multi-enzyme like this does is going to break down the foods that you eat. So I'm not eating any carbs right now. I'm gonna tell you, I went back on the carnivore diet. I started taking these enzymes before I eat, and I'm gonna tell you what, so far right now, it's been the best thing that I've done. It's been the best type of eating program that I've been on. I love it. I've been on it for almost a week and a half now. I don't have any problems with going to the bathroom whatsoever. I don't go every day like I was going when I was eating my broccoli and ground turkey every day. I don't do that. I don't go to the bathroom once a day anymore. I go about every 2 days. Some days I notice it's been like 3 days, but it's a normal movement. The first couple of ones, you could tell it was cleaning out my system, and you know, we won't get into that, but it did clean out my system the first couple of times, and now I'm on track. I feel good. I don't feel bloated. I don't have that bloated feeling. Even when I was eating the broccoli and turkey every day, I still kind of had a little feeling in my stomach, and my stomach was sticking out a little bit. And I'm gonna tell you, after the first couple of days of doing this with the carnivore, I tightened my belt up another notch. My stomach feels flat. I don't have that bloated feeling. I don't have that heavy feeling, and it's working great for me. And so if you guys are gonna try something like that, or you have trouble with digestion, I suggest you go get one of these probiotic multi-enzymes. Like I said, I got this one at Walmart for $7. If you go to a health food store or something like that, they're gonna upcharge you. I did see the same exact one on Amazon for $20. So go to Walmart, save you some money. There's a Walmart everywhere. But yeah, it has bromelain in it. It's got all the ones that you need. It has amylase, protease, what else? Lipase, cellulase. I think it's got some stuff in there too. But anyway, it's a multi enzyme, so it has things in here that's going to break down the proteins that you eat. It has things that's going to break down the fats that you eat. It has things in there that's going to break down any carbs that you may eat if you're still eating carbs. And it has stuff in there that's going to break down, fibers that you eat. So it's going to help you digest your food a lot better, a lot quicker, a lot easier. And you're not going to feel that bloat that you normally have if you have certain kind of, reactions to certain foods. You're not going to have that with this. And I've already, gotten it out to, I have my mom, she tried it and she really loved it. She went and got her own bottle. My sister came over today and was hanging out with her kids. So she tried it and ate some stuff. And so she thinks she's going to go get her a bottle. But if you're having problems with that and you're feeling a little bit tight in your stomach and you're feeling heavy, go get that to help you digest your food. So that was one of the things I want to talk to you about today. Is that, and having those many tools. You got to be open-minded if you want to lose weight and succeed. You can't be closed-minded and just try to stay on one thing. As I've talked about it before, if you are going to do a big calorie restricted weight loss program, you're going to have to keep restricting those calories and keep cutting back and keep exercising your ass off to get to where you want to get. And as soon as you start eating more calories or you quit exercising as much, the weight's going to come back on. People, I promise you it will. If you quit that, it's something you got to do every day. Yes, it's possible to get to your goal weight by exercising your ass off and by cutting your calories back, but can you continue to do that for the rest of your life? That's what you got to think about. And if you have a second thought about that and you have to think about that for a minute, then that's not the way for you to lose weight. You want to learn how to control your eating. You want to have all these tools in your bag, and you want to know which tool to use and when to use it. So that's what I'm doing right now. The scale is starting to come down again, and I can feel it, and I just feel way lighter. I feel a lot better. I feel more satisfied, and it's just a beautiful thing right now, this carnivore deal. I don't know how long I'm going to do it. I know a lot of people that do it for a long time. I'm going to do it until, my next fork in the road, which means, till I'm having an issue with something else. I'll do this as long as I need to, and then I may go back to doing something else. I may go back to incorporating certain vegetables, see what they do to my system. That's what the whole point of doing a baseline carnivore diet like that is so you can get all those allergens and everything out of your body that you're normally eating, and just have a baseline diet and get your whole system back on a reset. And then once you do that, you start incorporating different foods to see what works with you and what works against you. So that's what I'm gonna do. But I like it, and I'm not having any problems with it right now. I'm really loving it. I'm really excited about it. So I'm gonna let you guys know that I did change up, but that's what you got to do. If you get stagnant and you start slowing down, you got to do something else to pump that up again. And like I said, exercising my ass off and cutting my calories way back is not one of them. So on the carnivore diet, I can eat as much as I want, whenever I want, and I do keep it within a certain window, and I'm within about 4 hours right now. So I take 4 hours throughout the day, closer to the evening time, usually between like 5 and 9 or 6 and 10, right in there. And I got those 4 hours where I eat me a couple of meals, and I just eat nothing but protein and beef products. I don't have any vegetables. I don't have any carbs whatsoever, hardly. I'm down to minimum carbs, other than the carbs that come in, the animal products that I eat. And like I said, I love it. So I'm glad that I decided to listen to somebody else's advice and take their, take their hints or take their tool that they use and go ahead and put that tool in my toolbox and try it out. And I'm glad that I did, because like I said, I feel great, and I think I'm headed to a new low on the scale this coming up month on the 1st. So I have half a month. I'm really excited about getting on the scale for you guys next time, and I can't wait. So just remember that, guys. Think about the word time. Think about how much how much further you could be if you started your journey 6 months ago, when you were thinking about it in the beginning, or when you were thinking about it last year or the year before. Think about how far you could be in your journey to your goal weight if you would have started back then. So, quit thinking about it, start doing it. If I can do it, you guys can do it. And, it's a beautiful thing when you see the progress that you're getting, and you know that you're going to get it. Like I said, I've been giving away my older clothes that were bigger clothes, and I do have smaller clothes that I haven't been able to get into, like this little hoodie right here. I got it last year for Christmas. One of my aunts bought it for me. She still thinks that I was a size 3X, and I'd gotten up into a 5X or 6X at $4.79. And so I didn't want to tell her that I wasn't that size, so I took it. I put it on, and man, it about suffocated me. It's like putting a what do you call them, boa constrictors or whatever kind of those snakes are that just grab a hold of you and squeeze you. It was like me putting on a tube top or something that was 3 sizes too small. I mean, there was no way that I could wear it. But today I got it on, and I even have, I'll show you guys, I even have some space in my stomach. My stomach's getting way flatter. And this is my arm that I hurt, so I still have a lot to go. But that's the other thing, that on this carnivore diet, I can feel my muscle mass coming back really good. I can feel everything starting to tighten up. That's another good thing about it. But yeah, stay tuned, guys. Keep watching, because I'm gonna get to my goal, and you're gonna see this body transformation take place right before your very eyes. And I hope that I can help you guys get to your goal weight. So thanks for all your support. You guys really don't know what it means to me to have you guys subscribing to my channel. It means the world to me, because I do think about you guys almost every single day that I'm out there in the real world. And when I'm having those bad days and I just want to go eat a pizza, I think about you guys, and you guys keep me, you keep my feet to the fire. You guys really do, and it's worth it so much to me, and it just means a lot to me to have you guys here. So I want to thank you guys again, you new subscribers out there, and you guys that just came on today. Thank you for being there for me, and be looking out for tomorrow's video. I'm going to talk about all the things that have changed in my life since I've lost this weight. I am right now at about exactly 100 pounds since January, and I'm going to go below that for you guys on the 1st of the month. So stay tuned. Keep your ears open. Make sure you got that notification bell smashed, and be looking out on that video tomorrow. It might be late tomorrow or early the next day, but within the next 24 hours or so, I'm going to put out this second video for you guys. So we'll see you guys later. Remember, you only have a certain amount of time to get done what you need to get done, and if that's something you want to do, you need to do it. So quit procrastinating, get to it, put one foot in front of the other, and keep on going, and you'll get to your goal. Okay? We'll see you guys next video. Thank you.